Tell me, what is your favorite crustacean, Ray?
Big lobster.
All right, Lori said your favorite crustacean is the stuff in your eyes.
This is not lobster.
No, it's not lobster. That's right.
You wife it away.
Name a favorite thing to buy by the foot. Kathy.
I guess shoes.
Shoes. You buy shoes by the foot.
Name something you keep ahead.
Husband say is the biggest gripe that you have about his romantic technique.
There isn't any gripe.
I gotta have a gripe.
Oh, you gotta have a gripe.
Yes.
It's not long enough.
Yes.
No, I didn't mean that.
The chintziest wedding present the two of you received. Larry said the chintziest wedding present you got was the vibrator massager.
That's your opinion. I couldn't think of chintzy. He's right, though. He's right. It's still in the box. I told him it's still in the box. Oh, no.
Gentlemen, what Spanish word or phrase will your wife say best describes her bust? Jimmy.
Nada.
What nickname will your wife say you would give her if the only time you'd ever seen her was on your wedding night? Mike?
Eager beaver all the way.
Eager!
I asked you the birthday.
Girl Square specifically was the busiest place you and your husband ever made whoopee. Sharon.
I'd have to say my apartment.
Your apartment, all right. He predicted you would say it was a drive-in movie.
Oh, maybe that wasn't you.
Gentlemen, what kind of animal did you probably inherit your sex drive from?
A dog.
A dog. Your wife said a rabbit.
You know how fast you are.
All right, okay. What's the problem, sir?
Aren't you fast?
Clumsiest son you got in the world in the bedroom.
Oh, she told you about the dog?
What happened?
The dog dead on the floor. And I didn't want nobody to see it, so I picked it up and put it in my pocket real fast. I washed my hands after that now. I washed my hands. I took a shower and I put the shorts in the dirty clothes.
How many decades will your husband say his mother has lived? Gloria.
10 decades.
10 decades. Gentlemen, how many decades has your mother lived? Joe, you have a troubled look on your face. What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know what a decade is. 24th birthday, so she'd be
Good.
at 4 years a decade. She'd be 10 decades.
10 decades. Is his favorite condiment?
Oh, I would say his pool table upstairs, definitely.
Annette?
I never heard that word before neither, so I said karate school. I live in Orange County.
Spanish word or phrase will your wife say best describes her bust? Jimmy.
Nada.
Roses are red, violets are blue. On our wedding night, my husband, what?
We went to bed.
The most infantile suggestion you made to your wife on your first date, Joe?
Why don't you eat something?
All right. Patty says the most infantile suggestion was that she shouldn't be so closed-minded.
I should be looser, you know.
You were loose enough that night.
What's the one thing you would hate to hear your wife say about your last girlfriend on coast-to-coast television? She said your last girlfriend was a hooker.
Name?
Oh, your husband say the last foreign car he rode in was manufactured, friend.
The United States?
That's not a foreign country.
Texas.
Amy on the Fox TV.
What one word beginning with the first letter of your last name best describes your chest?
That's really hard. I don't know. I think I'll say tasty.
He said tiny. Tasty? I can't even find it. What do you mean tasty?
Which letter of the alphabet?
Oh, your wife said you would complete this sentence. The next time my wife leaves her blank on my what, I'm going to toss that sucker out a window.
Her dress.
On your?
Body. Dresses all the time. Just for fun.
Of course, yeah. All you guys do that just for fun, yeah. Does he do this often?
Often.
Really? You put lingerie on too?
Oh, yeah.
He puts on? Well, your husband say he is basically more urban or rural. Kathy?
I don't know what they mean.
Well, you know him. Now, you married him. What do you think?
Heck, he's urban.
He's urban.
Yeah.
How long has he been that way?
About 2 months.
2 months he's been. Do you think there's anything he can do about it?
He went to a doctor.
Oh, he did? Did the doctor give him anything for his urban?
He gave me something.
The world travel.
These 8 amazing facts behind one of the most popular game shows of all time, let's break down exactly how the game worked. For starters, 4 newlywed couples were selected to participate. The couples had to be married for at least 2 years to qualify. The game featured 2 rounds. One of the partners was kept away from their spouse, while their spouse was asked basic questions about their interests, likes, dislikes, hobbies, and personality. Typically, a majority of the questions were focused on intimacy. When one spouse was finished, the other was asked the same questions in private. The first set of spouses' answers were written on a large card. The cards were placed in front of the couple. Each time a couple matched answers, they earned points. However, if the couple didn't match their answers, they didn't receive any points. In many cases, couples would bicker or argue over the incorrect answers. While the show has received a bad rap for promoting divorce and relationship issues, that's not the case. Many of the marriages survived and were unaffected by the show. Several countries have versions of the Newlywed Game, including the UK, France, Spain, Germany, Poland, Italy, Australia, Indonesia, and Tunisia. Interestingly enough, the show is still running in France. The first episode aired in 1995. The show's had 4 different hosts over the years, including Patrice Lafont, George Belair, Bruno Guillon, Jean-Luc Reichmann, and Tex. Tunisia's Newlywed Game edition did not start until 2012. Decades after the show aired in the US. This proves how strong the show's popularity and everlasting legacy is. Depending on the location and country airing it, the name changes. This is due to language differences and local dialects. We've also uncovered the most awkward and inappropriate moments of the show. We'll take a look at the controversy surrounding the show. Some of the questions had contestants at a loss for words. For example, one of the questions asked by host Bob Eubanks was, "What's the strangest place you've ever made whoopee?" A contestant responded with, "That'd be the butt." However, this situation was denied by Bob Eubanks. He claimed he could offer $10,000 to anyone who could prove it. To the surprise of many, proof resurfaced that Eubanks did indeed say this. During a resurfaced 1977 episode, the dialogue between Eubanks and a couple was revealed. Eubanks asked the contestants the strangest location they had been intimate. Not only did the resurfaced clip cause an uproar, it also received its highest view count in 2002. NBC aired it under the category of Most Outrageous Game Show Moments. When asked about this incident, Eubanks claimed in his book he did not remember the situation correctly. When new hosts took over the show, the format changed slightly. For example, in 1996, Gary Kroeger took over. This began a new format for the game show. In the first round, instead of writing answers down, spouses were shown a video of their spouse's statements, with the ending hidden. For example, the videotape would describe the entire statement while withholding the answer. The spouse had to guess what the answer was. Then, the tape would be played in its entirety, revealing the answer. Some of the most common questions include, what was your high school name, your younger brother's name, your favorite TV show, etc. The wife would buzz in and vouch her husband either did or did not know the answer. The husband, sitting behind his wife, would answer the questions to the best of his ability. In the second round, multiple choice questions were asked to one spouse, while the other had to guess from the list provided. In the third round, a spouse had to guess awkward facts about the other. In the fourth round, couples were asked about their spouse's favorite things out of 2. When all 4 rounds were complete, the couple with the highest score would win the grand prize, a second honeymoon. However, when Eubanks returned to the show, they abandoned this new format. During the show's revamp in 2009, 43 years after the first episode aired, same-sex couples were featured on the show. This was a progressive stance taken by the network, which had boosted their ratings from viewers. In fact, a famous same-sex couple appeared on the show. In 2009, George Takei from Star Trek and his spouse, Brad Altman, appeared together. The couple was featured for the show's Celebrity Edition. They ended up winning and donating the $10,000 to charity. Thanks you guys for tuning into this video. We hope you learned more about the long-standing, iconic, and beloved television game show series.